morning to everybody. I would say good electronica morning. I hope you are fine. Do you feel okay? Happy to be here? So is I. So welcome one more time. My name is Ludin. I'm a technical marketing manager supporting our microcontrollers from company ST Microelectronics. And here comes my first question. Do you know ST Microelectronics? So who does? Oh, perfect. So I see most of you do, which is great. Thanks for this. Why do you know ST Microelectronics? What was the possibility? When did you meet us? Okay, thank you. Well, if there are still some people which have some doubts, I'm sure after those 4 days you will know a lot about us. Because we are here for you. We have a big team, a big space available, and our experts are available to support you with any technical questions linked to our products. Well, so let me start my presentation. I try to make it simple, I hope a bit funny and interesting for you as well. So you, being how we call the future DNA of economy, we believe in people like you, smart people, people with talent, people with brilliant ideas, and people with big motivation to innovate. And inside ST we believe in you, and that's why we are here, and we want to help you with your travel or journey through the innovation. So, as it is pretty early in the morning, maybe it was a tough night for you, I would like to start with a few jokes just to wake you up a bit. I've tried to select few which are linked a bit to the technology, and especially to the way the technology is changing our lives. So the first one is the teacher is saying to a young boy, it's called reading. It's how people install the new software into their brains. So it may sound funny, but yeah, it's becoming a problem. I have 2 sons, and to push them to read the books sometimes is an issue. Second one, apparently it's called Wi-Fi. So the comparison between wired and wireless world, because everything is changing to wireless these days. Next one, oh, grandma. So some of you still may remember those type of phones, but if you think over, it's not so long time ago, we were still dialing this way. No more. Yeah, yeah. Virtual. Okay. And the last one I have, if you know the story of Smurf Village, you know, the Gargamel, or the Papa Smurf is asking, how did you find our village? Hey, by using Google Maps. So, just to wake you up, I hope that those jokes were new to you. If you have some new ones, or different ones, I'm happy to receive them during the next days. Okay, let's start to be a bit more serious. So, on my next slide, I have 2 pictures which I use sometimes in my presentations. I like them a lot because they demonstrate clearly how our life is changing. Do you know those pictures? Or do you know where those pictures has been taken and for which occasion?
What was there?
Sorry?
What was there?
Yeah, it was the inauguration of popes in 2005 and 2013, okay? So the same space, same place, people met for the same reason, but you see a huge difference. The first difference, of course, is the time, 2005 versus 2013. But the second one is how the people really behaved during the event. 2005, maybe some of you will recognize the old Motorola flip phone. It's somewhere here on the bottom right corner. While in 2013, you see everybody is having a tablet or phone, taking pictures and videos. So why I'm showing this picture, it's to underline the fact that the new technologies like smartphones are changing our lives drastically. I have one more example which is linked to myself directly. I told you I have 2 sons, the younger one is 6. And even though we are trying to limit his time he spends with my smartphone or tablet, we cannot fully avoid it, right? Because he sees us using it, so he wants to use it as well. And one day, it was about 1.5 years ago, I was walking in our house. I saw him in front of our washing machine, and he was trying with his little fingers on the display of the washing machine to do like this, okay? And I saw in his face, he was really frustrated that nothing is happening. But for sure, for him, it was a surprise. He was expecting the same thing he's used on tablet to do with the display on the washing machine, which was a classical glass LCD display. By the way, the washing machine is older than his. But for me, I said, wow, this is really the thing. The new people, the new generation, they are from the day one expecting, and they are living, they are raised with this new technology, and they expect to interact with the surrounding world using this technology. Why I'm saying this? Because if I look around, I see on your desks a lot of interesting applications, and I see the summary of your projects already, and I can tell there are some interesting ones. So I hope also your projects, your applications will help the future of not only us, but our children to make the lives easier, healthy, more comfortable. Okay, so I have, since I have shown you some dates, 2005, 2013, I would like to dive a bit more deeper in the history, and I've selected the history of computing systems. So if you look back, and we go back to 17th century, there was the first calculator, and it was a mechanical calculator to make some basic math. Then in the 19th century, there was something called analytical engine. If I see the picture, it looks more like an engine from a ship or from a boat. Then in the 1940s, basically those were the years where the first computers, the big room computers appeared. And the last milestone I have on my slide is dated to 1971, which was the year of the first microprocessor or microcontroller. Why I'm underlining the microcontroller? Because microcontroller is the heart and the brain of every application. Okay. Of course, this one in 1971 was very simple, very basic. So there was a long evolution since then. And this is bringing us to ST. Because maybe you know one of our flagship products, STM32, the 32-bit ARM Cortex M-based family, which we have started. Do you know when? Do you know when the first STM32 appeared on the market? Can I have some guests?
76.
No, it's a bit more later. Yes. So some more guests?
85?
No. Later.
93.
Later.
You get there.
Almost 10 years ago, yes. So it was exactly 9 years ago. It was October 2007. Okay. When we have introduced and started the new era using the motto "Releasing Your Creativity." So it's something I have on my back. And this was the first STM32 device that we have put on the market. ST Microelectronics was the first major silicon supply company that put on the market general purpose microcontroller based on Cortex M core. Since then, the Cortex M family became new industrial standard. When I studied, for me the industrial standard was 8051 core. Everybody in the school made some projects, and their first company projects were typically also running on 8051. But today, the world is different, and the new standard is clearly ARM Cortex M. Okay? The main advantages of Cortex M-based MCUs, and especially STM32, is the ease of use, is the scalability, affordable price, and rich ecosystem. So all these are important elements for every developer to produce quickly, efficiently, a nice and smart application. One more question for me. Do you know what was the name of the first STM32, or what was the part number? STM32, there was a letter and number F, right? You are getting there? F103, right. Very good, thank you. So really, that was the first device being launched 19th of October 2007. Of course, since then, even though it's only 9 years, a lot of things have changed. I remember at the time I was already in ST, and I said, wow, this is a 32-bit machine running at 72 megahertz, having 256 kilobytes of flash. We will do a lot of things for many years with this device. But I was not really right, because the market, the engineers, the developers, they ask for more memories, more performance, less power consumption. And all this happened really quickly. And that's why, if you look today on the roadmap, on the portfolio of STM32, we have this nice time scale, moving year by year, introducing new families, bringing more performance, more energy efficiency, new peripheries, more resources to be used in your applications. The latest device that we have introduced recently is called STM32H7. This is Cortex M7 based device running up to 400 megahertz, having 2 megabyte of flash and 1 megabyte of SRAM. Today I'm saying, wow, this is a big device, but I wonder what it will say a few years after. Of course, the products are very important. The main advantage of STM32 family is the big amount of part numbers, so that today we are at the level of 800 different part numbers. So the engineers, they can select the best fitting device for the application, starting from very small ones, 14 pins, 8 kilobyte of flash, up to these big monsters, as I said, 2 megabyte of flash, 1 megabyte of SRAM, and a lot of CPU performance. What else is important for developer, for you? Upon the product, upon the price, of course, what else do you need? Software, right. What else? Sorry? Development boards, thank you.
Money.
Money, of course. No money, no honey, this is the whole thing. Okay, right, so what you have said, software, libraries, hardware, it's the part of the ecosystem, which is very important, and where in ST we invest a lot to make your life easier. In terms of software, we have STM32Cube platform, which is a bundle of a lot of libraries, including not only the low layers, but also a lot of middleware, software layers to make your application very easy to be developed. All the software is in source code. Then in terms of hardware, we have our Nucleo platform, and I'm sure you will see during those days we have nice wall over there behind you with a lot of Nucleo boards and expansion boards, which can be used to develop prototypes very quickly. And last but not least, for the ecosystem, what is important is to have the tools like the IDEs, compilers, in the best case free of charge. So there are many of them available, allowing you to limit the expenses, the money that you need in the beginning. Just to give you an example, taking free of charge IDE like System Workbench for STM32, $0. Taking the Nucleo boards from us today, $0. If you want to buy it through some catalog distributors or generic distributors, it's in the range of $10. Expansion board can be the similar price. So basically the startup thing that you need in the beginning is really at the level of, I would say, nice dinner with your girlfriend or wife in a restaurant. Of course, I don't want to compare these two things. So using those hardware boards, the Nucleos and expansion boards, this allows you to create and develop very quickly prototypes. So this is a hardware setup consisting of 5 different boards. The first one is the board with the microcontroller. Next one is expansion board with the Bluetooth low energy connectivity. Next one is giving us the possibility to connect some sensors. Next one is the possibility to pair the whole thing using NFC technology with our mobile phone. And the last thing is the display. So can you tell me of which application this prototype is? Can you guess what it could be? Smartwatch, perfect, sir. So of course it's not the thing you want to wear all day on your hand. It would be quite tough, maybe it could be sexy, I don't know, for some people. People wonder what it is. It looks more like from Star Trek. But really, this is the hardware setup you need to build the first smartwatch. Of course, then you have to develop some software to interface with the sensors, to interface with NFC, with the display. But on this, we can also help you thanks to our Cube package, where you will find a lot of available software stacks. So talking about smartwatch and general wearable applications, one of my last slides is just summarizing examples of few famous brands which have adopted STM32 in their applications. Of course, STM32 today is not only inside wearable products. You will find it across many different applications from a lot of different markets, industrial, healthcare, factory automation, and many, many others. So I'm coming to the end of my presentation. I would like to wish you very nice 4 days. I hope it will be exciting days for you, for us. Again, we from ST Microelectronics, together with our partners, we are here for you, to support you, to answer any of your questions. And of course, not only these 4 days, but anytime after. So I challenge you, use this time also to make kind of networking, use our contacts. We are open to support you not only now to make a show on Electronica, but anytime after. You will have a problem, you will have a technical issue, you will need a new board for your new project. Please get in touch with us. We will be always very happy to support all of you. So thanks a lot, thanks for your attention. If you have any questions, we are here. And I hope we will have a lot of funny moments together until Friday. Thank you.